Here's one thing that you can do. When you're talking to coaches, ask them what the hardest part of their job is.
Funny enough, I have a question for you. What's the hardest part of your job?
Well, the hardest part of my job is seeing guys not fulfill their potential or get in their own way and block themselves from fulfilling their potential. That is by far the hardest part of what I do. It is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. I'm almost in tears thinking about it, right? There are people that I have met that are just otherworldly talented. Bullshit, like ridiculously talented, completely unfair. We all get the same deck of cards. Get out of here. Just living in a different realm to the rest of us when it comes to athleticism, how fast they pick things up or whatever. And they just can't get out of their own way, right? For whatever reason. There's many, everyone has their own story and stuff like that. That is the hardest thing as a coach. If ever a coach says taxes or something like that, it's not a coach, it's a businessman that's running a gym, The only question in my mind that should ever be acceptable to that crowd, or the only answer is that exact answer right there. It's not the losses, right? Because people are still winning when they lose. If someone's going out there to getting after it, they're doing everything they can, they're living right, they're eating right, they're part of a community, they're part of the gang, they're just getting after it, they're chasing goals, like it's passion, like they're just involved in passion. That's what they're doing. If that is the case, I don't care if they lose from the perspective of sadness. Like, obviously we want to win, no question. But it's the guys who don't even get to the stage where they're chasing it that could, like this, I have met people that could be world champions in MMA, that could be world champions in jiu-jitsu, and they just refuse to do the thing. And I wouldn't mind if they had something else they were doing. If they were like, I had this before, we had a guy, otherworldly talent as a striker. And he got to a point, he was like one of our several like national champions in kickboxing, Irish champ, that kind of stuff. And he just found another passion, and that he realized, this is my thing. Like, this was his thing, but then he realized, like, that is my thing. And I can 100% get behind that. I was like, great. I'd love to have seen you do this, but it's not my life. I'm delighted that you found something that you're happy with. That's why I'm here. I was a personal trainer working in strength conditioning that I love. And the only thing I loved more than that is this. So I'm very greedy. I gave up a successful career doing the only other thing that I loved to do the one thing that I love more. So I'm all for that. But you see lads who have all this talent, who could do incredible things, who could shake up the world, and they don't do anything. And next thing, you're looking at their Instagram and it's a Tuesday and it's pictures of the pints with the whoever. There's often nobody else in the picture. It's just a picture of the pints or and it's very, very, very tough as a coach, because you develop relationships with people, whether they want to or not, whether you realize if you're here for the right reasons, if you're doing this job for the right reason, you want to see people succeed. You care. And that is the hardest part of being a coach. So my job and my goal to be the best coach in the world is to help as many people as come through my door. I can't control who comes in the door, right? I will try to, in what we do, we say a good player wins games, a good coach wins players, right? So I'm hoping in the future, as time goes on, that we develop that reputation, that people are like, this is the place to be, this is the gym to train in, these are the mats, you want to be here, there's magic in this room. That is going to come, and it has started, we definitely have that. But I think my goal is to make sure that people maximize their potential above anything else, that they don't, like, I'm not going to get in their way. I'm going to only help to surge them forward in the advice I give and the actions I do and the encouragement I give. So that, I think, is the key to being a coach. It's not about the technical knowledge.